Naambiwa ati hata kwa magazeti leo ati kuna mtu anasema ati mimi najenga kanisa hapa Statehouse. Ni kweli, mimi najenga kanisa hapa Statehouse. Ninyi mnanielewa? Hapa Statehouse nilikuja nikakuta kanisa ya mabati. Kanisa ya mabati inatoshana na Statehouse. Hata kwa maoni yenu. So, na sijengi na pesa ya serikali, mimi najenga na pesa yangu. Hapa nitakuja kuwapeleka siku nyingine twende tuombe huko. So nilikuta mimi sijaanzisha kanisa Statehouse, nilikuta kanisa ikiweko. Shida tu ilikuwa ya mabati. Sasa nimeamua nijenge kanisa inatoshana na Statehouse. Na haitagharimu serikali ya Kenya peni moja. Nitajenga na pesa zangu kwa sababu kanisa ya Mungu ni mahali ambapo panatoshana na heshima.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Home of Politics. It's my pleasure to have you in this channel. Remember, if you're here for the first time, please subscribe, like, comment in the comment section. Also remember to share this video with your friends so that it can go viral and the information can reach so many people at the same time. My good people, the comment that the president gave about building a church or constructing a church in the Statehouse has raised a lot of questions in Kenya, because he is telling us that he will never be apologetic in constructing a church of God. He will never stop the act of building churches in Kenya. If the devil wants to feel bad, asikie vibaya na huko, and there is nothing they can do because he is using his own money, over 2 billion shillings from his pocket. He is using it to construct the church on public land. Constitutionally, is it right or wrong for the president or the head of the state or any other public leader who holds a public office to construct a structure with his own funds or his own money on a public land? Or is it advisable to reconstruct or to refurbish anything to do on a government land? My good people, we understand that Constitution leads everything in Kenya, and in case of anything, you should refer to the Constitution. You should seek mandate from the public and the citizens, because we are the custodian of law. We are entrusted in everything, more especially something called land. It is entrusted by the national government, county government, and the commissions like the land, that the commission that is responsible for lands. My good people, is it right? Constitutionally, according to Article 62 of the Constitution, it is not right. It is a big no for the president to tell us that he will go ahead with the task of building church under the public land. He has no authority to do that. Maybe he's doing it out of goodwill, but it should follow a protocol maybe that is very, very clear, together with accountability from the well-wishers or donors who are willing to construct the structure or the church. My good people, why should the Constitution deny the president or any other public officer the right or the authority to construct a structure or to put up something using the personal funds or money on a government land? My good people, we understand that even if he is the president of Kenya, he has no any authority to own the land of Kenya. If he could have any power through the Constitution, then he could have wished even to sell some part of Kenya maybe to other countries, or even cut a piece of land and do anything that he wishes with it. But because the Constitution forbids anyone from possessing the land which belongs to Kenyans or the citizens of Kenya, that is entrusted through the national government and the county government, then here are the reasons. Number one, if the president will build that or is building that church on the government or the public land, then it will bring in issues to do with the trust. This is because how can you trust a process whereby the one who is constructing, he is the custodian of the law, he can make law, he can amend, at the same time, he has authority maybe to control funds or money that can be channeled in that construction. That one is a big no, because people cannot trust the process of accountability, especially when there is no a clear breakdown of how money is being channeled, or if anything to do with corruption maybe is being involved around this leader, my good people. And so we can understand that if the land of Kenya cannot be entitled even to a president, then he should seek mandate through the owners or the custodian of the land, which is the national government, the county government, and finally national land commission. If these three bodies will give the mandate and a clear protocol on how accountability has been followed in this thing, then it can be allowed. Secondly, there can be something called conflict of interest or abuse of power, because he is the leader of the state or he is the president. He can manipulate anything maybe to do according to his powers. For example, according to Leadership and Integrity Act, Section 9 and 11, then and Chapter 6 of the Constitution, under leadership and integrity, a public officer must not use their position or personal resources to gain political, religious, or social influence in public matters. Personal things like personal money. For example, he has said he is constructing or renovating the church using his billions of money that belongs to him. He has not channeled from any of the public pockets, and we see it is not allowed. He has also not touched anything to do with fundraising or well wishers or even arambes. That one is questionable according to Chapter 6 of the Constitution. Thirdly, ladies and gentlemen, we can find out that if a proper legal path for renovation exists, for example, if the infrastructure or the structure on a public land like school, market, it needs a renovation, then we have different bodies or relevant ministries that are responsible to rebuild, to renovate, or to put up a new structure on a public land. For example, under these special bodies or ministries, there will be allocation of budget, of money and budget. And so there might be a clear indication or accountability on how the money has been spent in the renovation or putting up the structure, including the record or official record, transparency, accountability, and relevant authorities that will foresee this renovation. Another thing we see, he is not allowed to do renovation or build a structure on government land because of the following. There might be risk or of precedent or misuse. This is because if it is being done that way and the constitution is not allowing that to happen, it means that he is abusing or misusing the office funds and resources, yet we cannot be told where this fund has come out. But another question is, if he's doing it out of goodwill, there is no corruption case that is linked with the funding of the construction. If he has come out like a well-wisher or a donor who is willing to reconstruct the church, what should we do? Because we have been seeing the president going around Kenya giving out donations in some arambes. Some churches received 2 million, 20 million, I don't know, 24 million shillings to construct a diocese, a church, to an extent that some churches or some church leaders had a lot of jailers, so that they are being linked by corruption issues, saying that any donation that the president is giving out in churches or arambes is being linked with things to do with looting or vandalization of public property or funds. And so if he's doing this out of goodwill, how can we mention this? Should the money be returned back, be rejected, or what is the way forward? But according to constitution, it is a no. The president is not allowed. Yet he's telling us that he's not apologetic in building the church. Where is the where will we lie? Because this president is a lawmaker. He can verify, or he can sign a law to be a law, and he can also do something because he has a lot of power. But according to constitution, he is under the constitution. He cannot be above the constitution. We are also seeing other crises coming up because it can be seen like Kenya is a pro-Christian state, whereby it is championing issues to do with Christianity, forgetting that Kenya, we got freedom of worshiping, we have Muslims, we also have Hindus, we also have traditionalists and other people with their own religions. Where should their worshiping places be built if a church is being constructed in the State House using more than 2 billion shillings? Where will be the mosque constructed? Because we have Muslims in Kenya and they are recognized under the constitution. Ladies and gentlemen, do you agree with that issue, that the president will go ahead forcefully to construct the church, yet the constitution is against it? Secondly, if he is constructing the church, what about these other religious leaders who are complaining, like from Muslims and other denominations? What should we do? Give me your ideas in the comment section, because we know there are those people who support the project of the president because he's building churches, giving out donations, giving out money in rambles to build churches. There are those people who are saying no because they feel like it is not right. What is your opinion? Tell me in the comment section. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good day.